381.97 by 3. It is simply 127.32 Newton per mm square. Okay. So this is all how we calculated the problem. Okay. So we did this problem as the following readings are obtained from a tensile test of a specimen. The diameter was given. It is nothing but the initial diameter where the specimen is loaded to the universal testing machine. So D is 20 mm. Next, the length of that particular specimen is 100 mm. Next, after that, extension at a load of 100 kilonewtons. It means as you go on increasing the tensile load up to 100 kilonewtons, the workpiece was extended to 0.15. It means it is a tensile load. So the length elongated is 0.15 mm. Delta L is given 0.15 mm. Next, the load at yield point. So load at yield point is 120 kilonewtons. Yield point is nothing but the point at which the plastic deformation starts after the with a simple unnoticeable change in the stress value, the specimen will start behaving as a plastic one. Rather, it will leave all its it will go beyond its elastic nature. Next is maximum load. So maximum load is simply 200 kilonewtons. Next is final length. It is 170 mm. Next, diameter of the neck is 12.6 mm. So from this we have to calculate Young's modulus, stress at yield point, percentage elongation, and reduction in area, and working stress by taking a factor of safety of 3. So from that we have written given data. It is D 20 mm. Next, L is 100 mm. Next, delta L is 0.5. This is load at elastic limit. It is 100 kilonewtons. Next, load at yield point. Next, this is maximum load or nothing but ultimate load. It is 200 kilonewtons. Final length is 170 mm. Next, diameter of the neck is 12.6 mm. So this is after failure of the workpiece. So diameter D is equal to 20 mm, length L is equal to 100 mm, delta L is equal to 0.15 mm. So load at elastic limit, load at yield point, maximum load we have written, length after failure. So by making use of this diameter D 20 mm, we found area of cross section of that specimen. It is pi by 4 D square. So pi by 4 into 20 square, it is 314.15 mm square. Next we have took diameter of the neck, that is 12.6 mm. Area of the failure is pi by 4 into 12.6 square. So it is 124.69 mm square. So we found both the areas. Then after, so Young's modulus, it is nothing but E. E can be found by stress by strain formula. So it is simply modulus of elasticity is ratio of stress to that of corresponding strain. So Young's modulus is simply stress by strain. So stress is load at a elastic limit by area. So we know that this Young's modulus is applicable only within the limit of proportionality. So load is 100. It is given already in the problem. And the area is 314.159. We calculated by making use of the diameter 20 mm. So this value on calculating we got 318.3 Newton per mm square. Next, strain E is equal to change in length by original length, that is equal to 0.15 by 100. It is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Next we got E value is equal to 318 points, so stress by strain. It is 318.3 by strain value is 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So that is equal to 2.122 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Next, so first we have found. Next we need to find stress at yield point. So stress at yield point is equal to load at the yield point by area. Load by area is stress. So if I want at yield point, I'll take load at yield point. If I want at ultimate point, I'll take at ultimate point load. So the load differs, and depending upon the specimen condition, will take area. If the specimen is broken, we'll take this area after fracture. If it is not broken, so we are taking the initial area. So load at the yield point is 120 kilonewtons. So 120 kilonewtons into 10 to the power of 3 by area of the specimen is, cross sectional area of the specimen is 314.159. It is equal to 381.97 Newton per mm square. So this is stress at yield point, 381.97 Newton per mm square. Next, percentage elongation we need. So percentage elongation is simply length after the failure minus length of the gauge length by gauge length into 100%. So length after the failure is given as 170 and the length of the specimen is 100 by 100 is the length of the specimen. So 170 minus 100 is 70 by 100 into 100%. Next, percentage reduction in area. It is percentage reduction in area is original area minus area after failure by original area into 100%. So original area by using of 20 we found it. Next, area of the failure is by making use of this diameter of the neck 12.6 mm we found it. So we have calculated everything. We got area is equal to 60.3%. Next comes working stress for a factor of safety, that is 3. Now we know that factor of safety is equal to yield stress by working stress. So this is most important. This is very much significant to have a permissible stress values to design a component without failure. This is most important. So factor of safety is 3 given. Yield stress means the stress which we found at by making use of load at the yield point. Okay, so that is equal to 381.9 by working stress. So that is working stress is equal to 381.97 by 3. So we got yield stress as 127.39. So this is what we needed. Okay. So this is the way of calculating the required values by making use of the given data. So it is a lengthier one but simpler one. Only just we made use of the stress formula, strain formula, and percentage elongation in length, percentage reduction in area, factor of safety, and Young's modulus. Only the entire system of this type of problems will run around only these few formulae only, simple formulae only. So by seeing the length of this problem, need not be afraid. We just calculate with the clarity. So you need the most important thing is you need to check what is the load. If you are calculating the Young's modulus, you should take within the proportionality limit. So here extensions if are given, then you should take simply that as the load for finding the stress for calculating of the Young's modulus. If they ask you stress at yield point, you should be readily perfect to find out this load at the yield point. So you can find stress at the yield point means load at the yield point by area. Next, if they ask you stress at the ultimate point, then you have to take load at the maximum load, that is load at the ultimate point by area. So likewise you have to calculate the problems. So tomorrow also we will be discussing the problems on tensile test only. For today we will be closing this session. Okay, thank you.